Last few weeks of April, the market's pretty much been downturn, but as we look into May, I have 5 great stocks for you at fair values, and all 5 of them have dividend yields above 3%. The majority of them are at their 52-week lows, so they're great to keep an eye on and add to your watch list. And if you're here and on my channel, I'll discuss investing in stocks, ETF, we'll also share my own personal investing journey, all with the hopes of inspiring you to start growing your wealth. Let's jump into the first stock. The first stock is United Parcel Service, ticker symbol UPS, and is the world's largest parcel delivery company, and it manages a massive fleet of more than 500 planes and 100,000 vehicles, along with many hundreds of facilities to deliver an average of 25 million packages per day to residents and businesses across the globe. Current share price of UPS, $178.58. Over the last year, has fallen 15.84%. And over the last month, it has fallen 10.92%. It is very close to its 52-week low, which was $175.22. Current market cap is $156 billion, and the current PE is 14.05. Overall on its growth, Seeking Alpha gives it a grade of C-. The rate is 7.7%. which is about 24.28% lower than its sector average, and it is 17.58% higher than its 5-year average. Overall on its PE, Seeking Alpha gives it a grade of B, and it is 16.01% lower than the rest of the sector. Scrolling down here, for its price to cash flow, it is 10.47, which is about 21.75% less than the rest of the sector. What's important about the price to free cash flow is that this is the amount you're paying for every dollar of future growth. So you want this in the teens, even better in the single digits. For dividend yield, UPS is at 3.38%. Annually, it'll give you a payout of $6.08. Payout ratio is 36.91%. And then the growth rate for the last 5 years has been 7.64%. And it's been growing that dividend for the last 22 years. Over on the dividend tracker, it gives UPS a grade of 89, and I'm going to scroll on here. Feel free to pause it so you can see all the valuations that are calculated to give it this grade of 89. Moving on to analyst price target, and with the current price of $178.58, analysts are seeing an upside of 29.06%. to a medium share price of $230.48. Next stock is 3M Company, ticker symbol MMM. And it is a company that is well known for its research and development laboratory, and its firm leverages the science and technology across multiple product categories. It has 4 different business segments, which are safety and industrial, transportation and electronics, healthcare, and consumer. Current share price of 3M is $145.91. For the last year, it has fallen 26.53%, and over the last month, it has fallen 2.58%. For its 52-week range, it is at its low, which was $139.74. Its current market cap is $80 billion, and its current PE is 13.54. Seeking Alpha currently gives 3M revenue growth the grade of D, and it at a rate of 5.03, it is about 50% less than the rest of the sector, and it is 71.9% higher than its 5-year average. Over on valuation, Seeking Alpha gives its PE value of B. Being at 13.54, it is about 19% less than the rest of the sector. And price to free cash flow, it is 11.02, which is about 17.5% less than the rest of the sector. Over on its dividends, the dividend yield for 3M is 4.13%. Annual payout is $5.96. The payout ratio is 59.3%, and the growth rate for the last 5 years has been 5.65%, and has been paying that dividend for the last 63 years, making it a dividend king. The dividend tracker gives 3M a grade of 79. And I'll be scrolling down here so you can see all the valuations that went into that grade. As far as analysts, they are seeing at a share of $145.91, they are seeing an upside of 5.17% to a median share price of $153.46. Next stock is TROW Price Group, ticker symbol TROW. It provides an asset management service for individuals and institutional investors. It offers a broad range of no-load U.S. and international stock, hybrid, bonds, and money market funds. Approximately 2/3 of the company managed assets are held in retirement-based accounts. Current share price is TROW is $125.28. For the last year, it has fallen 31.42%. And over the last month, it has fallen 19.4%. Around its 52-week range, it is at its low, which was $122.22. The current market cap is $28 billion, and current PE is 11.73. Around its revenue growth, Seeking gives it a C+, being at 7.01. It is about 4.7% less than the rest of the sector, and it is also 12.91% less than its 5-year average. Over on its PE, Seeking gives it a grade of C-. Based off of its sector median, it is 14.38% higher than the rest of its sector, and it is 22.91% less than its 5-year average. Scroll down here, price to free cash flow, it is at 9.52, which is pretty much the same as the rest of its sector. Over here for its dividend yield, it is at 3.9%. They'll roughly give you a payout of $4.80, and the payout ratio is 35.89%. And the growth ratio for the last 5 years has been 15.18%, and has been paying that ratio for the last 36 years, making it a dividend aristocrat. Dividend tracker gives TROW a grade of 75. And then scroll down here just to see all the valuation that went into that grade. Feel free to pause once again. As far as analysts, for current share price of $125.28, they are seeing an upside of 9.98% to a median share price of $137.78. Next up is Morgan Stanley, ticker symbol MS. It's a global investment bank, and the company has institutional securities, wealth management, and investment management segments. Approximately 50% of the company's net revenue is from its institutional security businesses, and the remainder comes from its wealth and investment management. Current share price of Morgan Stanley is $81.96. For the last year, it has fallen 0.61%, and within the last month, it has fallen 5.04%. Over on its 52-week range, it is at its 52-week low, which was $80.03. Current market cap is $141 billion, and the current PE is 10.76. As far as revenue growth, Seeking gives it a C+, having 7.88%. It's 7% higher than the rest of the sector. It's about 47.5% higher than its 5-year average. Seeking gives the PE of Morgan Stanley a grade of C, having 4.85% higher than the rest of the sector. Right on here for the price to free cash flow, we don't have a value here, but just looking back at its trailing, it was at 4.17, which was about 46% less than the rest of the sector. Over on its dividend yield of Morgan Stanley is 3.47%. That'll give you an annual payout of $2.80. The payout ratio is 34.70%, and the growth rate over the last 5 years has been 28.47%, and it's been paying that dividend for a whopping 1 year. The dividend tracker gives Morgan Stanley a grade of 80. And scroll down here just to see all the valuation that go into that grade. Over here for the annualized price target, at a price of $81.96, they're seeing an upside of 27.38% to a median share price of $104.40. Last stock I'm going over is Fiber, ticker symbol PFE. We probably all know it from the COVID-19 vaccine, and it is the world's largest pharmaceutical firm. And historically, its main source of revenue was from healthcare products and chemicals, but currently it is prescription drugs and vaccines. Current share price of Pfizer is $48.34. Over the last year, it has grown 21.37%, and over the last month, it has fallen 7.02%. As far as 52-week range, unlike all the other ones that were close to its 52-week low, this is right in the middle. Its low has been 37.96%, and its highest is 61.71%. Current market cap of Pfizer is $275 billion. Its current PE is 6.88. For its revenue growth, Seeking gives Pfizer a grade of B-, with a ratio of 21.01% being about 51.89% higher than the rest of the sector. And for its PE, Seeking gives it a grade of A. At a PE of 6.88, it's about 65.58% lower than the rest of the sector. Scroll down here, we see for for its price to free cash flow is at 7.83, which is about 53.99, basically 54% less than the rest of the sector. For its dividend yield, Pfizer is 3.26%, annual payout $1.60. Payout ratio is 35.29%, and the growth rate for Pfizer for the last 5 years is 6.32%, and it's been paying that dividend for the last 12 years. Dividend Tracker gives Pfizer a grade of 89, and we'll scroll down here to see all the valuations that went into that grade. As far as analysts, for the current share price of $48.34, they are seeing an upside of 23.33% to a median share price of $59.62. That brings up the 5 stocks to add to your watch list for the month of May. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are about these 5 stocks. Do you have them on your watch list or even in your portfolio? If you found value in this content, let me know by smashing the like button. If you're looking for other stock analysis, check out the links on my end card. And with that, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.